My next guest is helping lead the charge. Daniel Cameron is the Attorney General of Kentucky. He's also running for governor of that fine Commonwealth. All right, Mr. Attorney General, why is it a bad idea for the Biden administration to try to do this? What do you object to?
Well, I object to the idea that these sorts of things, this tailpipe emission policy, is sustainable. The fact of the matter is energy prices have increased since Joe Biden took office, up 37%. That's unsustainable, especially in a Joe Biden inflation economy. That is something that cannot stand. That's why I'm running for governor here in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and encourage your viewers to look at CameronForKentucky.com to find out more about our campaign. But at the end of the day, this is about making sure that we have common sense policies and proposals that reflect the values and the needs of hardworking men and women, not only across Kentucky, but across the country. Again, this policy is unsustainable in Joe Biden's economy. Inflation is high. Energy prices are through the roof at 37% since he took office. It cannot be sustained. And that's why myself and Patrick Morrissey are fighting against this. And you're not alone, right? So there are 20 states. We can show a map here for everybody to see. These are the states that are trying to do a legal challenge here. What is your legal case for why the Biden administration can't do this? Well, Joe Biden and his EPA have exceeded the bounds on countless times of their authority that has been granted to them by the Congress. And so our response to this is the same response that we've given to them as it relates to other challenges against the EPA, as they've overstepped their bounds. But in addition to that, this is an unsustainable plan that will devastate the economy of Kentucky. We are a Commonwealth that, to the extent we have a competitive advantage, is because of coal and natural gas. What the Biden administration wants to do with this tailpipe emissions policy or any other policy will destroy our competitive advantage and hurt our economy. That cannot stand, and that's why myself, Patrick Morrissey, and so many other attorneys general recognize the importance of confronting the Biden administration. So if an opponent of yours were to say, Daniel Cameron doesn't really want the environment to be clean, he doesn't want clean air, he doesn't worry about global warming or climate change, and that you are the one standing in the way of progress, that they are trying to just push the country in a direction so that it can be a better place. I would imagine that you probably hear that a lot. Well, look, we want a across-the-board and above-all energy strategy. What the Biden administration wants to do is take food off the plates of hardworking men and women here in Kentucky and across the country. Yes, we've got to make sure that we take care of our environment, but we have to do it in a smart and thoughtful way. What the Biden administration wants to do lacks common sense. Again, we've seen that time and time again from this administration. That's why the Supreme Court has knocked them down on other EPA-related challenges. And so we're going to keep fighting the good fight on behalf of the hardworking men and women of this country. It is interesting to look at the more recent Supreme Court decisions and say, well, these 20 states might actually win this case. All right. Thank you, Daniel Cameron. Appreciate it. Thanks, Dana.
One of the races.